Hello, so today we're going to learn how to make the Romanian cord. It's a really useful thing for purse straps. It has a nice stretch to it, and so it makes it really great for purse straps or garment straps of all different kinds. What's really great about it is you can see it's got this really nice texture to it that's double-sided, so it just ends up looking really nice. It does take a little bit of practice to get used to. It starts out a little difficult, but it gets easier the longer you do it. So let's get started, shall we? So you're going to start by putting your slip knot over your hook and chaining 2. Then you're going to do a regular SC in the second chain from the hook. Now you're going to want to start working kind of loosely to get started. I would even suggest going up a hook size from what the yarn calls for. This yarn calls for a G hook, and so I'm using an H. So getting started, you're going to have this one stitch here on the hook, and to start out, every time you're going to turn your work slightly this way. So your stitch is pointing off to the right, and what you have is this back loop right here, so this kind of piece of your chain that's left over. So sorry, I'm kind of trying to keep my fingers out of the way here. We're going to go through that stitch and make an SC. Okay, so now we're going to take that stitch again, like I said, we're going to point it off to the right, and you see how there's 2 loops here that have formed as a result of our last stitch. We're going to go through under both of those loops. This is why you're going to want to work kind of loosely and pull through both loops and then make an SC. So there's our stitch again. Point it off to the right, and you have 2 loops. See, and if you work too tightly, then they're really hard to pull through. So you make your SC, and you're just going to keep doing that over and over again, pulling that, making that SC through those 2 loops under your last stitch. So here's our SC. Turn to the right, and you can see the next 2 right there. And you're just going to keep doing that over and over again, and you can see how it's starting to come together. Okay. Oh, there it goes. You can see how it's starting to come together. Just going to do a couple more for you. So we find our 2 loops. And you do have to fight them through sometimes. If you pulled or if you work too tightly. So you're always going to want to be relaxed when you're working on your Romanian cord. Do not Romanian cord angry. And that's all there is to it. You just keep doing that over and over again until you're happy with the length, and then pull that last one through and slip stitch like you would at the end of any piece of work. And there you have it, a nice cord that's starting to build on itself. And as you get going, the more of these that you do, the more uniform they'll become. The beginning always looks a little rough. Here's the beginning of my first one, so they always look a little scary at first, but they even out real nice. And this is just a very useful pattern, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.